Hey friends, it's Danielle Smith. I want to talk to you about boundaries online. What are you willing to talk about? Where do you draw the line? I had a situation recently. I share a lot online. I talk about my family, I talk about my kids, I tell you my children's names. I often call them small people, but anyone who pays any attention to me online knows that I have Delaney and I have Cooper. There are things that I don't talk about, though. I was accused at one point of not being the real me online. I had a friend tell me that she would not engage with me online because it wasn't the real me. Here's the thing. There are things I won't talk about online. If I get into an argument with my husband, I'm not going to share it with the online world. I'm not going to put it on Facebook. I'm not going to put it on Twitter. If I get into an argument with my parents, with my in-laws, with a close friend, I don't share it online. If my daughter is sick, I might mention it. If I need prayers for a certain occasion, I might mention it. It just depends on what that specific situation is. How do you draw those individual lines? I certainly know there are lots of people who are willing to share about their divorces, about deaths in their family, about very personal events. For me, I have specific lines. If it's intensely personal and if it's something that I wouldn't talk to someone in person about. If I wouldn't say something to your face, I'm not going to put it online. That is one of those very specific personal boundaries for me. How do you draw those lines? I had a situation recently. There was someone very close to me who was sick, and it was a very difficult thing for me. If it was me, I probably would have shared it because I would have wanted to be surrounded by my virtual online community, people who have been incredibly supportive for me in times of stress in the past. But it wasn't my story to share, so I couldn't give details. I did, however, ask for support and mention that it wasn't my story to share and I couldn't give details, even though I hate vague posts in general. And I did say, gosh, I'm sorry to put a vague post here, but there's something that's hurting my heart, and if people have some love and prayers to share, I would love if you had a few to send my way. And I even mentioned that I didn't like normally putting a vague post out there, and that the reason I was doing it was because it wasn't my story to share. But I am curious as to how you typically handle something like that. What are your boundaries? Where do you draw those lines? I'd love to have this conversation with you. So if you would, share with me in the comments. Let me know what you think. Tweet with me online at Danielle Smith TV. And as always, subscribe because I love to know what you guys think. Have a wonderful day. And as always, thanks for watching.